McDonald's and the Marlins, two franchises that start with an M and leave customers with greater post-spending clarity than an alcoholic after going to a strip club. The more time goes, the less I understand the baseball gods, which I guess is the point, but it will forever make no sense that the Marlins were blessed with 2 championships. The Rays have been an analytical powerhouse for years, same with the Cleveland and the Indians that guard baseball, and they're consistent winning. The Brewers have proven to be one of the smartest teams in baseball. The A's had Brad Pitt. Like, how do none of those teams have any World Series wins in the last 30 plus years or ever? Yet the Marlins accidentally stumbled into not 1 but 2 championships. I'm convinced the baseball gods love Miami and hate Seattle. I mean, talk about life not being fair, but after 2003, the Marlins have been treated much more accordingly, as we're at yet another rebuild with this team. And this is even being screwed up, although not really by them. You can actually call it bad luck.
Ironic.
Really quick, if you're part of the 51% of viewers not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button along with the bell if you enjoy the videos, as Sandy Alcantara was a dog in 2022. Even before that, he was really good, and he just kept getting better and better each year, with 2022 being where it all truly came together. He was brilliant. I think that's the perfect word to use for Sandy Alcantara that year. He was an artist out there, a true pitcher, not going out there trying to blow anyone away with his fastball. He's not trying to blow anyone. Just be efficient, get out. His velocity on his fastball actually got higher as the game went on. He threw more innings than anyone in baseball, pitched more complete games than anyone in baseball. He threw 6 of them, which is more unheard of nowadays than a working ice cream machine at McDonald's. I see we're back to McDonald's. But yeah, Sandy was the man. Then 2023 came around, and I mean, there was never a good chance he would top or even match his 2022 season. It just is what it is. It's like when the first Star Wars movie dropped. How are they going to top that for the sequel? Well, shit, they did. Okay, well, Batman. Batman Begins by Christopher Nolan. Great movie, but you can't expect the sequel. Okay, you know what? These aren't the best examples, but you get the point. So when Sandy regressed in 2023, it wasn't shocking, and he didn't have a great season, but it was still good relative to the whole league, although things didn't end well at all. He'd go on the injured list at the end of that season with a right forearm flexor strain, getting an MRI that revealed a sprain of Alcantara's UCL, which says Tommy John all over it. Although he still attempted to make a comeback, still felt discomfort in his forearm, so the team shut him down right before the playoffs. And yes, the Marlins made the playoffs in 2023. Nobody knows that, so I'm saying it out loud here before you forget again. And it makes sense to not know that. I mean, they got eliminated before they could even realize they were in the playoffs. And then Sandy had to get Tommy John, a surgery that's more inevitable nowadays for pitchers than a child having the talk with their parents. All of 2024 would be a wash, and that was that. And so he's back for 2025 just to end up like Avril Lavigne, dead with someone else playing the part as if she never died. I don't know. I saw some tinfoil hat theory about that years ago, and it's stuck with me since. So now I'm starting the conspiracy theory that Sandy Alcantara was killed after 2023 because it's the only way I can cope with how bad he's been since coming back. His ERA in his first 8 starts is 8. He's given up 7 home runs, so almost a homer per time he's out there. But the biggest, most drastic difference in what's gone wrong is his walks. Sandy was never a pitcher who walked many hitters. I mean, that's partly how you go so deep into games, like he did more than anybody. Filling up the zone, getting outs, you're not walking people. Well, this year he is, a lot. He's walked 4 hitters in 2 outings this season, 5 in another. That was against the Dodgers when he got roughed up for 7 runs on 7 hits and he walks 5. That's crazy. Then in his very next start against the Dodgers again, this time in Miami, he only walks 1, but still gets crushed for 5 runs. Shohei hits a ball harder than the bus that killed my grandpa. Shohei basically hit the same exact home run off Sandy in Dodger Stadium too. Then this time in Miami, bullet to right field. Oh, but then he gets a break. His next start is against the White Sox. I mean, big difference than the Dodgers. This could be a comeback outing, the one he's been looking for. And in a way it was. He struck out more hitters than he has this year so far, only to walk 3 hitters and give up 4 runs, 3 of them coming on a home run by Tim Elko on his first career hit. I saw an interesting idea as to why Alcantara's been struggling so much, that it's his arm angle dropping. It's dropped a little bit from about a 34-degree angle before the surgery to a 31-degree angle. Now, an explanation for that arm angle lowering is interesting. Apparently, studies have shown that Madea movies are some of the best movies ever, whether it's the comedic genre or just movies at all. Tyler Perry is a true genius, and there are other studies that show lower arm slots lead to less strain on the elbow. And Sandy's not the only guy lowering his arm slot. Paul Skeens has done this a little bit too, compared to last year. Well, we're also all walking monkeys on a floating rock. What the hell do we know? This is just some hypothesis that could or could not work. Time will tell. But what's interesting about Alcantara struggling this bad right now is the fact that he's an obvious trade piece. Well, he was and still is, but it's just different now that he's so bad. The Marlins blow harder than Neil Patrick Harris. You know that, I know that, we all knew that before the season. Trading Sandy Alcantara for prospects is an obvious thing that can and will happen. I've been very confident the Yankees will be the team to do it, especially after Garrett Cole went down. Just makes a lot of sense, obviously, but again, with how bad he's been, what's going to happen? Will a team out there still be willing to give up even a decent haul of prospects for Sandy after this start? If not, will the Marlins still want to trade him? No, he's just coming back from being out over a year, and it's not like his pitches are really any different. His fastball is still what it was before he got surgery. The main issue seems to be a location problem. He's getting crushed and walking guys more than he ever has. He's leaving pitches right over the plate or missing entirely and walking them. Maybe the arm slot is playing into this. Maybe the Marlins will figure this out. Maybe they don't care. I don't know. What I do know is that Sandy Alcantara is not an 8 ERA pitcher. He can't be. So he was killed and replaced by a decoy. No, I mean, the trade deadline isn't for another well over 2 months, so he has time to build his stock back up for the Marlins, for their sake and for his. Geez, there are more people in witness protection programs than Marlins fans at Marlins games. Go check out the trailer for my new podcast on my podcast channel. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.